Hi guys, it's Shelver. So this is my first attempt at a vlog. I have promised myself that I will put it up no matter how much I cringe when I watch it later, so apologies in advance. The plan is to go through the books and stuff part of my Rewind and Review post. It's kind of inspired off of Jillian of A Writer of Wrongs and Christina of Arita Fictions, because they do this with their haul posts and I enjoy them, so I thought I'd try it. Like I said, it's kind of an experiment, so apologies if you don't like it, but if you do like it, let me know because it would probably make me feel really good. So, time to get started. First, I just want to mention the books that I've read this week because I have a bad habit of sometimes reading books and not reviewing them because they're not review books and I don't want to bother with it. So rather than let some books fall through the cracks, I've started listing the books that I read in a week just so that whether I review them or not, they get a little bit of time in the sun. I only read 2 books this week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for me it's a lot because I'm busy and only have time to do so much. The first book I read, technology is failing me today, so I have to bring it up on my computer. I read an e-galley of Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis, and yes, I do realize it's backwards. Again, technology is stupid today. That's why I'm filming it on my iPad instead of my computer. But Not a Drop to Drink was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to show you guys my review. Mindy McGinnis, the author, at one point described it as Little House on the Prairie meets The Hunger Games, and I thought that was really weird and almost kind of stupid because I couldn't figure out how that could be. It's actually incredibly accurate, and again, I can't wait to show you my review because I really enjoyed it. The second book that I've read this week, I'm technically not done with, although by the time that you watch this video, I probably will be done. Scholastic was amazing, and they sent me The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater? I don't know how to say it, so I'm sorry. But yeah, they sent me an arc of that, and I'm super excited, and it was the one book that I forgot to bring into the room with me, so you'll just have to imagine it in all of its glory, because it's very pretty, and Ronan's on the front, and I love him to pieces. He's my little bugaboo. So that's the books that I read this week. I can't give an opinion on The Dream Thieves yet, because again, I haven't finished it, but so far I'm really enjoying it. As for the stuff that I received, it's been a really, really good week. Mostly a bunch of e-galleys and things from Edelweiss and NetGalley, but also a couple of physical copies that I've just been really happy to receive. First thing that I got this week was a e-galley of White Space by Ilse J. Bick. This pretty awesome thing right here. It's from Edgemont, and according to the description, it's kind of like Inkheart meets The Matrix, where this girl can go into the white spaces of the book and mess with worlds that are created, and I don't know, it just sounds really trippy. Especially at the end of the synopsis, it says something about maybe she's from an alternate universe and she's not really real, and it sounds very fringe, so I'm excited. That was the first thing that I got. Second thing that I got was a really adorable looking middle grade from Random House that I tried to get at BEA and couldn't get my hands on, so I was very excited to be approved. It's called Mr. Max and the Book of Lost Things by Cynthia, I think it's pronounced Voigt. This is the problem with reading, is I know how to spell everything, but I'm not quite sure how to say it. But it's about a kid in Victorian London who's, I guess he's like a finder. He finds all these crazy things and he goes on adventures, and it just sounds really cute. So I'm looking forward to reading that one as well. And then I got another book that I missed at BEA and was very sad about. It's from Candlewick, and it's called Cherry Money Baby by John Cusack. And it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like a satire on Hollywood culture, but it's, you know, Hollywood star meets small town girl kind of thing, and it just sounds really cute. So it's in my pile of things to be read that is rapidly growing out of control. But then I got in the mail an amazing gift from my friend Ems from In Which Ems Reviews Books. She went to a conference, I think it was in Utah, but she got to meet Jennifer Nielsen, who writes the Ascendance trilogy. There's The False Prince and The Runaway King, and the third book, whose title I can't remember, but it's red and it's very pretty. But she knew how much I liked these books, and I had sent her some books from BEA previously, and I guess she felt really grateful. So even though she didn't have to, she got me a hardcover of The False Prince, the first book in the series, and, wonderful thing that she is, she got it signed. So now I own a signed copy of one of my favorite middle grade books in the entire world. Thank you, Im, so very much. You made my day. Actually, when my sister Sunny brought it in, I kind of did a little dance and she said I looked like Urkel, so I am not going to reenact it, but I was very happy. After that, I actually got approved by Penguin for something on Edelweiss, and if any of you have tried before, you know that Penguin is very particular about the people that they approve, so I was excited. Turns out that the book that I asked for was actually an adult book that I thought was middle grade. Oops. But it's about the older sister of Anne Frank, Margot. That's the name she goes by in the book, and the book is Margot by Gillian Cantor. I can't find a cover on Google Images that works, and Goodreads is awfully small, so I can't show it to you, but it's very pretty, and it's set in the 1950s, and it looks like it'll be very good. And I got approved by Penguin, so who can argue with that? As for the things... Oh no, I got one more thing in the mail. I almost forgot to mention it. So I got a package yesterday in the mail from HarperCollins. Couldn't figure out why. I haven't won anything from them. I don't think I've requested anything, at least not physically, in a while either. So I couldn't figure out what this package was and where it came from. And I opened it up, and it was Born of Illusion by Terry Brown, which is gorgeous, and I haven't read, and I've wanted to read. So I'm flipping through it, trying to figure out why I got the book, and then I find out that it's signed, and it came with a little swag bag of, I guess it's like eyeshadow, specifically made for the book, that's supposed to get you in the feel of the 1920s and the flapper era and all that kind of stuff. But so I couldn't figure out why I got this book. So I figured I must have won it and I forgot about it, although I'm really good about keeping records about that sort of thing. But then it turns out that other bloggers have been getting the book as well, and it's just HarperCollins being super nice and promotional, and so thank you, HarperCollins. That was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to read it, and I'm really excited that it's signed because signed books make me very happy. And that's all of the books that I received for this week. I did win something that was awesome. About a week or so ago, Disney Hyperion did a Twitter contest where they had a table full of arcs, and they said, write a limerick or a haiku about one of these and we'll pick a whole bunch of winners. So I wrote a haiku, just kind of spur of the moment, about These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. And I sent it in, and I won, which was awesome. So they said, pick one of the arcs on the table and we'll send it to you. So there was a whole bunch. There were, the sequel to the Darkest Minds book by Alexandra Bracken, and there was, of course, These Broken Stars and all these sorts of things. But I saw on the table United We Spy by Allie Carter, and I couldn't tell from the picture whether it was the chapter sampler that everybody's been getting or if it was like an actual arc, because I don't think they were actual arcs, but I couldn't find anybody who told me otherwise. So I wrote back and I said, I'd really like United We Spy, unless it's the chapter sampler, in which case, if it is, don't worry about it, forget that. Give me These Broken Stars, because it's sci-fi and I want it with the burning passion. So I got a package in the mail and I opened it up, and there is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and it's so pretty, you guys. It's so, so pretty. So I was very happy, but then I looked in there again, and there was the chapter sampler from United We Spy by Allie Carter, because the Disney Hyperion person, who I won't name so that she doesn't get mobbed by request, but she's so nice. She said, we had an extra, so I just stuck it in there, enjoy, thank you for participating. And it made my week, because I already have the chapter sampler. But the fact that she thought about it and realized they had extras and decided just to be generous and give it away. That's very Disney Hyperion for you guys. If you haven't interacted with them, they are some of the nicest publicists I have ever worked with, ever. They're very nice, very cordial, very punctual. If they can't give you something, then they'll tell you, but they'll be nice about it. If they can, they'll do what they can to, get it your way. And it's just a very nice partnership, which is good. But anyways, so stuff I won, those were the two things that I won for this week. No more, and that's probably a good thing because my shelves are going, why? No more. So that's it for the week. I'm sorry that technology was a little glitchy. Like I said, I'm filming this on my iPad when I wanted to film it on my camera. Hopefully, if I decide to do this again, it'll be with a camera that works and is bigger than this. And I'll see if I can get my dad to look at it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everybody who sent me things, especially Ems, because you're awesome and I love you. Yeah, that's it for me. Have a good week, you guys. I hope I didn't talk too fast. Adios.